this afternoon we're going to look at the geraniums, and I'm going to share with you how I care for these to keep them blooming 12 months out of the year. First of all, they stay here all winter. They don't freeze because they absorb heat from the rocks and they get heat from the inside, so they don't freeze, and they'll bloom in December, January. Okay, now they're pretty much in full bloom, and in about February, I like to go through the geraniums and prune them way back. And I'll go back to leaf nodes, like right here. I won't prune these so severely. This next one needs some work. So you look for a node where there's some leaf coming out, and cut back to that. Now, so if you prune them in like February, then you get them compact, and then they come out and they're bushy and full of blooms. If you don't, they get really leggy and they just keep growing and growing, and they're not attractive. So that's why you come in and prune them. And see right here, this geranium, see how I like to have them nicely shaped? This one's coming way out, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna cut it way back. And if we have some loose and loppy stems, we're going to get rid of those too, because we want strong stems too. So, oh, this is a pretty one, but there's some growth right there. See that? So we're going to cut this one back there. Now we may lose some blooms right now, but we'll gain more in the long run. Okay, now we have spent blooms. So to keep your geraniums blooming, it's good to deadhead them. So I use my hands. I don't use the shears usually. So you find the one, you go through, you find the ones that are spent, and you follow it all the way down to the stem, and you just pop it off. So here, find where it joins the stem, and you just pop it off. See? Here's one here. So we're going to follow that down, and then just pop it. See? You don't need your shears. You just pop those off. And then if you continue to deadhead them, keep them deadheaded, they'll bloom continually. One of the reasons you deadhead flowers is because the plants produce the flowers that produce the seed. So you kind of have to trick them, because they would want to put all of their energy into producing seeds. So if you cut the flowers off all the time, instead of producing seeds, oh, they're trying to grow more flowers. So they just keep blooming. So that's a reason to deadhead. Plus the deadheading keeps them looking really nice and neat. It doesn't look too pretty when you have a lot of these, or I don't think, when you have a lot of these spent blooms. You want it nice and full with nice fresh blooms, okay? Now, to fertilize these and keep them blooming, now the trick is, I told you I love milorganite. So we're going to put, it doesn't matter how much milorganite. Remember, milorganite is sewage sludge. And you can find it in most garden centers. It's not up in the front, but they'll have it, or you can ask for it. Now, milorganite you can just sprinkle in here. You don't have to worry about it getting on the foliage. However, then when we get to the fertilizer, the complete fertilizer, this is triple 15. This is a complete fertilizer. We have to make sure that we don't get it on the foliage. So I put maybe a teaspoon around. So maybe I use a tablespoon. Maybe I use a tablespoon altogether and put it in 3 places around the edge. And then after we get the fertilizer on, then we're going to want to come and water it. So we'll take the hose. These are all on an automatic drip also. But we'll turn on, I'll get the hose and I'll water them in just in case I have some fertilizer on the leaves. I don't want to burn them, okay? So that's how, if these guys get fertilizer and milorganite once a month, say on the 1st or the 15th, they do really well. Now, I have a confession to make. I haven't gotten around, I don't think, to fertilizing these yet this year. And look at how beautiful they are. However, once their first flush of growth is past, then they're going to really need fertilizer to keep blooming. Okay? So there you have it.